Can you imagine living a life without technology, electronics, and ultimately, the medium of communication that is taking over the 21st century, social media? The use of social media as a platform to cast opinions, thoughts, and mental attitudes has become more prevalent as time has progressed. Heavily apparent in our present day, social networking sites have been integrated within the education and classroom settings of university students in North America. Through my inquiry project, I will argue that with readily available websites in classrooms, such as Facebook and Twitter, this can have both benefits and hindrances towards students' successes within their educational lives. Through an analysis of the advantages of these specific sites, the disadvantages of these sites, and what we can do as a society to improve the matter for future generations, I will argue that the gradual increase of online means of communication have both positive and negative side effects on the social and academic personas of students. Social media has taken over the mentalities of many students in their classrooms and has inevitably proven to be the most popular medium to broadcast news about one's personal life. However, the bigger question to ask is, has social media taken over our lives to the point where it has started to affect the success of students within their post-secondary educations? To begin, our present generation is inevitably hooked on using social media and academic atmospheres. It gives students an outlet to voice their thoughts through the use of graphics, videos, and auditory means. For many, social media is seen as a valuable tool for enhancing students' academic experiences within a typical classroom setting. Social networking is a tool which can greatly increase collaboration amongst peers. It provides a pathway for students to communicate with one another outside of the classroom and to continue discussing topics and teachings in their free time. A great tool which I have personally used for many years is Google Docs in order to keep in touch with peers during weekends and continue building up and collaborating on forthcoming assignments or presentations. Additionally, social media provides students who may be shy or somewhat reserved to have a voice in our society. It can help build students' confidence while encouraging them to find their voice and tap into the ideologies that interest them the most. Social media is also a useful resource for reaching out for support or advice on a topic or certain concept which a student may not fully understand. Discussion boards and forums, similar to the ones implemented within Avenue, can greatly assist students in finding and reaching out to the answers they desire to receive. YouTube can also come into play here, where almost any tutorial-related video is easily searchable and accessible on the popular video sharing site. Finally, media is a quick and efficient way to share material and resources among peers without the hassle of printing out copies of lessons and course content. Almost all of my professors this year have uploaded course requirements, syllabuses, and assignments on Avenue as opposed to printing out hard copies for each student. Social media has proven to students worldwide that online collaboration, communication, and conferencing are the most efficient means in order to excel in a classroom environment. However, while social media does have its fair share of pros, there are just as many cons that come with using online means to keep in touch. Shifting to the opposite side of the spectrum, social media can act as the catalyst when it comes to disrupting students in their learning environments. Firstly, social media can be a major distraction when students attend tutorials and lectures. Students can easily be sidetracked from the original task at hand, and it can be difficult for a lecturer or TA to tell who is paying attention and soaking up the lessons given and who is not. Tying into students being sidetracked, social media can also be used for personal means when in class. Using social networking sites in improper ways inevitably happens in classrooms, as it entices people, especially those who use a laptop for taking notes, to switch back and forth through various media-related tabs. Another downfall of social media usage in classes is that it detracts from human interaction. It can decrease face-to-face interaction as well as group work. For example, in majority of my tutorials this term, I have noticed a lack in group collaboration, but rather, more prominently, online journal entries, tasks, and surveys to be filled out individually. Next, social media is a tool which unfortunately allows students to cast all opinions, even those which are negative and hurtful, online. A great analogy which was used in a PBS article compares the notion of allowing anyone to post anything they want online to giving the keys to a brand new Ferrari to a 13-year-old with no driving lessons and saying, "Have fun." Social media is a platform where, in a sense, students are given the freedom to potentially disrepute their institution, peers, and teachers with a slim chance of anyone finding out. To elaborate, cyberbullying is additionally prevalent within the academic atmosphere, as students can easily bully and bash others using online means. A 2014 article published by CBC News informs readers that cyberbullying within universities is, in fact, on the rise. The study was conducted by students at Simon Fraser University and included interviews with 2,000 students in 4 different universities in Canada. The conclusion drawn from their research shows that approximately 1 in every 5 undergraduate students has been cyberbullied, mostly through Facebook, text messages, and email. To summarize, social media poses as a prime hindrance in the lives of students, as it can easily derail many from paying attention and absorbing the teachings of faculty members, as well as preventing students from achieving the success they yearn for. As tech-savvy citizens of the 21st century, there is so much more we can do for implementing social media in classrooms, while simultaneously ensuring that students' in-class successes don't diminish. To start, teachers could potentially provide bonus points for students who interact and engage with other students discussing course material online. Not only is this an incentive for students to use the medium of communication that they are most familiar with, but it also allows them to be rewarded and acknowledged for their participation. One of my TAs which I had this year had a similar approach to using social media, as he would give students bonus participation points for tweeting about thoughts and questions for assigned readings. Another element of social media which is worth utilizing in order for students to engage with the material taught in class is a group on Facebook or a specific hashtag on Twitter. This way, students are easily able to connect with peers about their assigned readings and assignments and are able to inquire about something they didn't understand in the first place. Additionally, professors can use media in order to help students understand concepts better. An example, which I can personally relate to, is one of my professors utilized this tactic, is using YouTube to publish instructional videos for material that would otherwise be difficult to grasp from only reading about it in a textbook. Blogs can also be a helpful tool for allowing students to engage better with the lessons taught in class as well as with their peers. Blogs provide a forum for individuals who may feel intimidated to raise their hand in class to ask questions online. Blogs, as well as various social networking sites in general, can be used for creating daily responses to the weekly topics discussed. To summarize, while social media can easily detract students from focusing fully in the classroom, there are endless tips, tricks, and incentives that, if correctly utilized, can make learning that much more fun and geared towards 21st century learners.